Hey everyone, welcome to the UVD Weekly Wrap Up, the show where the team from UrbanVinylDaily.com goes over everything there is to know in the designer toy, art, street art, and Sofubi world. I'm your host, Travis Likens.
And I'm Jenny.
She's back. This time she's going to stay in the mic though.
Yes.
So hopefully people that watched the last episode with Jenny, she's learning. She's new. We forgot to mention last time that's the first time she's ever been on a podcast. So she's back. But today we are here for episode 41, which we've entitled...
What do you call it? The Newlywed Game? The Newlywed Show?
The Newlywed Show. So, this past weekend, we got married.
Woohoo.
As we had talked about on a previous show. And we wanted to come on and just talk a little bit about our wedding. But first, we got to thank our sponsors. So, starting out with Gallery F.
Rotofugi.
And Strange Cat Toys, where if you use the code UVD at checkout, you'll receive 10% off your order. So thanks, guys. If you're looking to order something, you can grab something like Luna over there for 10% off. So who doesn't like saving some money?
I love Luna.
So, Luna. Anyway, we just want to talk a little bit about the wedding and tell you guys a little bit about it and how we incorporated art and stuff that we enjoy right into the wedding there. So start off, our wedding was at a brewery.
Warped Wing Brewery in Dayton, Ohio. Their beer can be found
in
locally.
Ohio.
Yeah, in Ohio.
In Ohio.
But at your local grocery store if you live in Ohio.
So, but we love beer. As you know from the show, we used to do the weekly beer review, but we haven't done that in a while because I stopped drinking. But now, guess what?
I'm drinking again.
We're drinking again. We were not drinking because we were getting ready for the wedding / we were trying to lose some weight. That didn't really work out. So now we're back to drinking again. But we had it at the brewery. And the way we wanted to kind of shape this was we kind of wanted to focus a little bit on Dayton, where we live, Dayton, Ohio. So we had it at the brewery. We try to have some local people involved, local food vendors, local photography. So now you're seeing some pictures and stuff on the video there. Just cool stuff that we wanted to, kind of showcase to our family and friends how cool Dayton is for the people that aren't from there. But we also wanted to incorporate other cool things. So we wanted to incorporate designer toys a bit. So we had a artist friend of ours. No. Where's it at? Ahead.
Oh.
Create
Money head.
a money head for
Money.
So we actually did not initially intend for this to be this, but it's what it turned into, and it turned out very awesome. The bots from Northern Kentucky were nice enough to volunteer to create a card box for us, and we gave them free reign.
They didn't volunteer. I voluntold them.
True.
To make me something.
So Jenny kind of commandeered them and told them, hey, we need something done. We got a couple of ideas, but then they said, just let us take it from here. And we were told that they took this money, this mega money that they had, from in their basement and weren't using.
Amputated the head.
So they amputated it from its body, and then they cut a hole in its roof and applied a galaxy-style paint job to it.
My favorite color is purple.
So they incorporated my love for toys and Jenny's love for purple. And they made us a cool little box that people could put cards in and have a cool way to, kind of come up with a card idea. We probably should have put a little sign up that said cards, though.
The only question I had from people is, where do I put my card? And I said, you didn't see the card holder?
So, yeah, we probably should have put a sign up. But it's still a cool way to kind of do something different at your wedding if you're coming up with ideas, if you might be getting married yourself. Never would have thought of using a giant money head to collect money, but now we did.
That's why they're the artists.
And we just commandeered them. They actually didn't make me pay them.
Right.
I tried.
It was our wedding gift.
I tried to pay them, but they wouldn't let me pay them. So you know how that goes. But it turned out really awesome. Hopefully we'll be able to figure out a new use for it because we don't want to get rid of it. So hopefully we can think of something here. It'll just be the floating money head.
It's super cool.
So, but it's a cool way to use money for something other than just designer toy. It actually has a function. So the next thing we did actually cost us a good amount of money, but what we did was we created an event poster. So you may have watched the show many times and noticed that we create or we cover a lot of posters designed from various artists. And one of them happens to be Brian Ewing. So Brian Ewing actually lives in Columbus, Ohio. And if you've been following Brian, you know that he is also a
tattoo apprentice.
Yeah, so he's an aspiring tattoo artist. And
he made my nacho.
He made nacho. And when we contacted Brian prior to her getting this nacho tattoo, and then we went up to Columbus to get this tattoo, and we kind of discussed the idea of doing this event poster and kind of came up with some basic ideas for it. So Brian came up with some really good ideas. We provided him a ton of quotes and information for the background, but he came up with the ideas, and we shared an idea with him about the photo we wanted to use. And so we chose to pick the famous scene of Han kissing Leia from Empire Strikes Back on the Millennium Falcon, and let Brian go to town doing his original sketching and inking, creating the anatomy of the under image. And then he takes drawing and then overlays the digital image over top of it to create his works of art. But what really went over the top on this piece for us was the background. So Jenny, if you want to talk a little bit about the background and kind of explain what the thought process was there.
So mainly I just went on Microsoft Word and started typing down a whole bunch of things that either Travis and I say to each other, or movies that we love watching together, songs that we love listening to, artists that we enjoyed listening to. So yeah, just words. And he came up with all these images, obviously, my name being Jenny. We had Forrest Gump. Jenny and I was like peas and carrots, and he added a lot of word bubbles and pictures.
And images of people like from the quotes. So we had a Blink-182 quote. So Mark Hoppus is on there. Harry Potter, there was a quote from there. We got young Harry from the first movie. We got a Terminator because there's a Terminator quote.
We got Rivers Cuomo.
We got Ja Rule. I find it interesting the Ja Rule quote I don't think made it onto the poster anywhere unless I'm missing it. But Ja Rule is there. We also got I Love You, I Know with a Han blaster there, just kind of representing Han. And another really cool thing is he incorporated Nacho yet again onto the poster, and it was pretty cool.
One of my favorites is the Ohio with the
little hand
with a
heart.
little heart.
Yeah, so it's
Because
really
once
cool.
Again, it's local, and then at the bottom he wrote in Star Wars font the date that we got married, our name, and then Warped Wing.
So if you're you're getting married or having an event, it's a very cool thing to have added to your experience, and it's something cool that you can take with you past the wedding, because we do have an 18 by 24 version of it. It's actually an edition of 5 prints, so it's pretty cool to have something that he created that is just for us and we can have forever. So interesting ideas if you happen to be doing a wedding as well.
And then you can get small versions printed and hand them out as wedding favors.
But what would a wedding be without gifts? So we did have some cool people come along. The bots were in attendance, and Kyle Kirwin and his girlfriend Sarah stopped by for the wedding. If you don't know, they travel the country in their camper, and they create their art in the camper, and they just kind of travel around, and they're seeing the country, and they've been to Canada and a couple other places as well. And they're just kind of doing the kind of like, I don't want to say tiny house thing, but they're just traveling around seeing the world, and it's really cool. But they just happened to be coming through around the same time as the wedding, so they stopped by. And the fun fact is they actually met us there at the same brewery almost a year before that. So
first time we met them
at the same place. So they came to the wedding, and the first time we had ever met them at a place, but they brought us a gift. So on one of their travels, they stopped and they picked us up Power Ranger, the movie blind boxes from the Loyal Subjects. And this one includes a White Ranger Gold. So I'm guessing that's a gold colorway of the White Ranger. A T-Rex Zord in black and gold. So all these are gold, basically black and gold, basically. Oh no, there's other ones too.
I was about to say I have those too.
Yeah, so those are like the really limited ones, and then they also have like standard Zords and some of the standard characters that appear to be in their Red Movie Ranger metallic. Yeah, so they're metallic colors. I find it interesting that they actually use the Dino Zords for the movie branded version, considering that the Dino Zords are not actually featured in the original Power Ranger movie. So I find that interesting. You wouldn't think the licensor would let that happen, but it's a whole nother thing. So action vinyls, if you don't know, these things are like small blind box type figures. They're about $15 a piece, and actually feature like action figures type movements. So they're not like static or limited articulation like a dunny would be. They actually have like ball joints and they can kind of move around. This series is pretty cool because they actually have the vehicles in it, which a lot of these series just kind of have the figures. So you actually have the chance to get the vehicles as well. So that's pretty cool. Has a nice silver bag in it, Power Ranger branded, Loyal Subjects branded, and it has a pull tab. That's cool.
Kind of hard to open the box.
That's because you're inexperienced in box opening. So it comes with a little card. Kind of shows you again the different players or the different characters you can get. Has a checklist so you can check them off, kind of back to the old card game type idea. And I received, it appears, the Red Ranger. Oh,
I got the yellow one.
Oh, so we both got Rangers. That's cool. Let's see here.
Whoa.
Oh, and remember, I don't know how you do. Oh, they come like this. Their heads come off. Their helmets come off. So you can have them de-helmeted and helmeted. I hadn't played with one of these action vinyls from like the more modern ones that have like all this articulation. I think the last ones I picked up were actually from the Transformers line. It seems like they've improved the quality a lot since then. The one I had from Transformers it had an incorrect arm on it, and the paint was all over the place. I mean, it was really, really bad. This one, I like it. It moves good. Got a good swivel at the chest there, like a nice action figure would have.
This is suggested for ages 14 and up.
Yeah, so they don't have to test it.
I feel like I barely made the deadline.
They don't have to test the paint for lead. That's why that's that way.
Kind of smells strong.
So let's see here. It just saves a lot of money because we're doing smaller runs here. But these are, I don't know if these are exclusive to anywhere. You can get most of your action vinyl type stuff. You can get it from Hot Topic, Walmart, Barnes and Nobles, Books A Million. I think Target has them too now. You can get them from a lot of places. But figure stands pretty well. What about yours?
She's a little bow-legged.
Aisha's a little bow-legged is what you're saying.
Is that her name?
Yeah, Aisha, and Rocky is the Red Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
So from the movies.
Oh, it has a little bio.
Yeah, it tells you about the person. Did yours come with accessories? Mine did.
Oh, yes. She has a gun.
She has a gun. Mine has a weird looking boomerang thing. Maybe that's... Oh, I bet I know what this is.
Oh, when you put together the whole thing?
No.
Oh.
So he has a little gun. He has a little power blaster, I believe these are called. So that looks pretty cool. Does this go over his eyes? Because see, in the movie, he has this weird...
visor?
He has this like weird ability they use for a second. For whatever reason, they thought they needed to make a Power Ranger power, so that the Yellow Ranger had lights on her helmet, and this one had a weird visor thing. I don't know, maybe it says on here. So Rocky DeSantos, aka the Red Ranger, was just your average Stone Canyon teenager before meeting Tommy, Kimberly, Billy, and Billy. Rocky was entrusted with the powers of the Tyrannosaurus Power Coin and chosen by Zordon to become the Mighty Morphin Red Rangers. When he's not saving the world, Rocky channels his energy by becoming a volunteer lifeguard at Angel Grove Beach. Thank you, there, Rocky. It does not tell me about what his little accessory is.
Wait, it didn't say he met Aisha.
Well, they both came in at the same time.
Oh.
So the red, yellow, and black Ranger in the middle, I believe it's in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2, they swap out those characters for Adam, Rocky, and Aisha.
She can't stand with this gun.
She can't stand with the gun? Come on, Dan. You just got to play with it a little bit. Move her head back or something. Tilt her chest back. Yeah, you're right. It is kind of hard to make them stand with these accessories. I got it, though. Oh, there you go. You got it.
Sturdy.
What do you think?
I love it.
Out of 5 UVD bears, what would you give it?
What's a 5?
Like really awesome. A 1 is really crap. Should have probably wasted every money, and the company should give it back to me.
Oh, 4.5?
4.5. I'm going to give it a 4.
If I have the whole collection, maybe 5.
I'm going to give it a 4 just because of the not really making a lot of sense. The dinosaurs are not featured in the show. The paint could be a little bit better. It looks like there's some stuff on the figure. That's why I can't give it a little higher. But I like the moving. I'm worried over time, though, that these joints are going to kind of give way and the figure is going to kind of tip over on its own, you know.
Kyle, Sarah, he's not rating your wedding gift.
I'm rating the figure.
The figure.
We also got a gift from co-host of the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up, Ben, and his wife, Jill. They got us some cool coasters. So we'll take some better pictures of them so you can see them. But what they are like a piece of tile coaster, right? So they took, well, they didn't take, but they had someone take vintage Star Wars comic books and put them down on a piece of tile and then Mod Podged them on top of them and then clear coated them so they're nice and protected. But what they are, as we learned, we had a kind of a character theme to our wedding, and that was
Han and Leia.
So as you saw with the poster, Han and Leia are on the poster. Here's another photo for you. Our cake toppers were also vintage Power of the Force from the 90s, from when I was a kid, toys that I played with. So we used the Han and a Leia from those series and use that as our cake topper.
It was actually like it was meant to be because they had the little holes on their feet from where they stick them in.
Like on a play set or whatever.
Right.
You know,
So we just
pegs.
stuck some toothpicks up in their feet and they held up really well.
Yeah. And everybody asked where we got them made. Everyone to reply, Kenner, China, I don't know. But anyway, so Ben and Jill actually talked to the person that makes these coasters and had them select panels from the comic books, which featured Han, Leia, and of course, Chewie. So it's pretty cool. I haven't actually sat down and tried to read the pages yet, but they do have like the little captions from the comic books. I mean, they're literally just, they cut pages out and put them on these coasters. And then they added a little slick thing to keep it from sliding around. But they're really cool and a really cool addition to, our collection of things at our house, and a cool little thing that we can kind of have forever. And, you know, when people come over, pull them out. It's a cool little conversation starter for your coffee table.
Kind of nervous. I don't want to break them.
Yeah, just don't drop them. We'll be fine. So while we were also at our wedding, we also had an after party, as Kyle called it, like a Hispanic barbecue. So we had the party. We had some family there and friends and whatnot. And Kyle and Sarah also joined us for that. And they were nice enough to gift us with a set of their pins. So I'm trying to open these without causing too much of a sound noise here. We understand that earlier we caused a lot of noise. But what we have here is 3 enamel pins. First being the Willow character. It's a pink version of the Willow. Features pretty sturdy. I mean, it's a nice thick pin. It has the black backers on the back of it. So the little plastic ones, you know, super cool right now. And, pretty cool. He also has his Bloom, which, if you guys know, the Willow and the Bloom kind of go together. They're kind of a tag team type thing. And this one has the same colorway, so it matches Willow. And also features a little black backer. And I think it's pretty cool because they're actually like 2 scales. So like this guy is It's a pretty tiny pen. I'm not sure if it's an inch or what, but it's a pretty tiny, and the Willow is pretty good size. So it's probably like a 2-inch pen, 1.5, 2-inch pen. So it's pretty cool size. And we
Definitely double.
And we also got the Koala.
I think that's how it's pronounced.
Koala. We're not sure. Kyle can correct us. I'm sure he understands we pronounce everything horribly on the show. But also features a little black backer, but it also features the character. It's mostly a black body, has the white arms. He has done a resin release of this figure in the past. And it's pretty cool seeing these all kind of stylized. His Mudcat Chronicles series kind of becoming a pin series is a pretty cool, addition to the whole overall thing. If you are interested in grabbing these, they are available on Kyle Kirwin's Store NV store. I believe it's kylekirwin.storeenv.com. And they are about $12 a piece. So if you're a fan of his artwork or want to support him in some way, and you can't afford or don't have the money right now to buy a massive resin sculpture from him, it's a cool way to jump on the Kyle Kirwin bandwagon and help support an artist that's doing some really cool stuff.
Do these come together?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'm not sure if they're separate or not. I actually did not see the bloom on his site, so I don't know if I have something that's not available yet, and we just showed it or what. But
Sorry, Kyle.
So it may be together. I didn't see it there, but it just could have been me missing it. But you can head over there. $12 a piece. Pretty cool addition to your collection if you're a pin collector. What do you think, Jenny? Anything?
5 bears.
5 bears. She's giving them 5 UVD bears. I'm down with that. These are good pens. Good size, good weight. Everything looks really well done on them. So
super cute.
Head over to Kyle Kirwin's Store NV and grab those before they are gone. Or if you happen to be at 5 Points Fest, which is coming up here in about 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, you can grab them from him. He will actually be in attendance at 5 Points Fest. So try to look for him. Got red hair, reddish blonde. Beard, ponytail.
You say reddish blonde?
Yeah.
It's red.
It's red. You'll see him. He'll probably have a black hoodie on.
He's such a ginger, it hurts.
So if you're looking for him, flag him down and grab yourself some pens while you can. But other than that, I guess we kind of covered everything there that we did at our wedding to kind of feature artists and feature things that we enjoy. We hope that this show kind of gives people that might be building their own weddings some ideas that they, how they can kind of make things a little more them and still have a cool wedding themselves. So if you are looking to do that, or if you have questions, make sure you can just contact us. You can find us over on Instagram at TRVS_UVD.
Mighty Mex, MTY_MEX.
And you just contact us on there, and we can, we can give you some suggestions, or maybe point you in a direction if you're interested in any of the stuff and we don't have the links down here. We're always willing to talk. So, but we hope you enjoyed the show. As always, I'm Travis,
and I'm Jenny.
Have a great designer toy day. Thanks for checking out our video right here on youtube.com/urbanvinyldaily. While you're here, make sure to give us a subscribe and a like. And if you're so gracious, you can share this video on your favorite social network. You can always give us a follow on Instagram or Twitter at urbanvinyldaily, or find us on Facebook by going to facebook.com/urbanvinyldaily, and you'll be able to keep up with our latest posts and information going on in the world of UVD. If you want to help us out in more of a monetary way, you can always head over to our store, urbanvinyldaily.storeenv.com, and check out all the awesome things we have available from great artists from all over the world. Or you can head over to our PayPal and just straight up donate to us to help us keep the lights on and keep things going by going to paypal.com and sending money over to urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com. And that will help us out in more ways than you know. If you want to keep up with everything going on in the world of UVD, make sure to head over to urbanvinyldaily.com. Or if you're interested in sponsorship information, a comment, or a question, make sure to head over to urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com and send us a message. And if it's good enough, we'll answer it right here on the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up. As always, this has been an Urban Vinyl Daily production.